A lion can take down a zebra twice its size. A wolf can bring down an elk. A puma can kill a deer in seconds. Yet all three of these apex predators will think twice before approaching a sleeping human. What makes us so terrifying that even the world's most efficient killers hesitate when we are at our most vulnerable? The answer lies in something that scientists call the super predator effect. Across the globe, research has demonstrated that wildlife, including large carnivores like wolves, leopards, hyenas, and cougars, fear humans above all else. This is not a learned behavior that animals acquire through negative encounters. It runs deeper than that. Historical and contemporary hunting have instilled a fear of humans as predators or aggressive competitors over evolutionary time. The fear is encoded in their biology. Global surveys show humans kill prey at much higher rates than other predators, up to 14 times higher. We kill large carnivores like wolves at, on average, 9 times the rate they die naturally. At these rates, any animal that does not fear humans would not survive long enough to pass on its genes. The ones that survived were the ones that learned to avoid us, and they passed that wariness down to their offspring. Imagine walking through the Tukola forest in Poland, a vast expanse of pine and beech trees stretching over 1,100 square kilometers. It is night, and the forest is alive with the sounds of wildlife, the rustle of leaves, the distant call of a bird, the soft footfall of deer moving through the undergrowth. But hidden among the trees are camera speaker systems triggered by motion sensors. When an animal passes within 10 meters, the system activates and records the animal's response to the sounds it hears. In 2025, researchers from Western University and the Polish Academy of Sciences deployed these systems across the forest to answer a simple question. Do wolves still fear humans even when they are legally protected? The results were striking. When the cameras captured wolves and deer hearing humans speaking calmly in Polish, they fled. They were more than twice as likely to run, and twice as fast to abandon the site, compared to when they heard dogs barking or non-threatening bird calls. Footage from the cameras showed that most wolves immediately interrupted their activities and moved deeper into the forest. The study, published in Current Biology, demonstrated that wolves fully retain their fear of humans even where laws exist to protect them. As Liana Zanet, a renowned wildlife ecologist at Western University, put it, any truly fearless wolf that did not avoid humans would very soon be a dead wolf. Legal protection does not change this fear, because legal protection does not mean not killing wolves. It means not exterminating them. In the European Union, for example, humans legally and illegally kill wolves at 7 times the rate they die naturally. And France allows up to 20% of its wolf population to be legally killed every year. The fear is not irrational. It is deeply pragmatic. This fear has profound consequences for animal behavior. Humans are predominantly active during the daytime, and this forces wolves to restrict their activities to the night. Wolves were found to be 4.9 times more nocturnal than humans. They are literally changing their sleep schedules to avoid us. This is not unique to wolves. A 2018 study published in Science magazine conducted a meta-analysis of 76 studies of 62 species from 6 continents and found that mammals around the world, from deer to coyotes and from tigers to wild boar, are becoming more active at night to avoid contact with humans. On average, animals increase their nocturnality by a factor of 1.36 in response to human disturbance. This means that an animal that naturally split its activity evenly between day and night increased its nighttime activity to 68% around people. Human activities of all kinds, including non-lethal pastimes such as hiking, seem to drive animals to make use of hours when we are not around. They are not just changing their habits, they are changing their entire way of life to avoid us. The fear extends even to feeding behavior. A study from the University of California tracked pumas fitted with GPS collars in the Santa Cruz Mountains. The researchers studied 30 animals that had been captured, outfitted with GPS monitoring collars, and released. They found that when pumas made kills near human housing, they abandoned their kills much more often, retreating up to a kilometer every day and returning only at night to feed. Female pumas in developed areas killed 36% more deer per year than those in areas with little housing. All this travel back and forth wastes valuable energy and leaves the carcass unguarded against scavengers. These pumas have to kill more deer to survive than those that can stay with their kills. As Justine Smith, part of the research team, put it, humans are the behavioral top predator, changing the feeding behavior of the natural top predator, which is the puma. The pumas are not just afraid of us. They are reorganizing their entire hunting strategy around our presence. So why are predators afraid of sleeping humans specifically? The answer is that they are afraid of humans in general, regardless of whether we are awake or asleep. A sleeping human is still a human. The sensory cues that trigger a predator's fear response, our scent, our size, the sounds we make even when unconscious, are all still present. Spiders, for example, are more likely to see a sleeping human as a predator that should be avoided. They can sense vibrations from breathing, heartbeat, and random movements. If even a spider perceives a sleeping human as a threat, it is no surprise that larger predators share the same instinct. The fear is not about whether we are awake. It is about who we are. There are documented cases of predators attacking sleeping humans. In Tanzania alone, lions have attacked more than 1,000 people since 1990, with attacks often occurring when victims sleep in their homes. In 2025, a lioness attacked and killed a 59-year-old German tourist after he stepped out of his tent at a luxury camp in Namibia. His wife rushed out and tried to fight off the lioness with her fists. Leopards have entered homes at night and attacked sleeping inhabitants. In one case, a leopard tore into a woman's leg inside her tent in Botswana, trying to drag her out. Hyenas have dragged people from their beds and mauled them to death. In Zimbabwe, an 87-year-old man was dragged from his bed by a pack of hyenas and killed. In 2012, a mountain lion bit and clawed a man through his sleeping bag in California, the attack lasting up to 2 minutes. But these are exceptions, not the rule. They occur primarily in areas where natural prey is scarce or where human activity has disrupted normal predator-prey dynamics. In most cases, predators avoid us because the risk is simply not worth the reward. We are unfamiliar prey. We are large, and we have a long history of killing anything that threatens us. In South Africa's Greater Kruger National Park, a comprehensive experiment found that wildlife were twice as likely to run and abandon waterholes 40% faster in response to humans than to lions. Fully 95% of species ran more from humans than lions. Humans are feared more than the world's most iconic predator. The fear that predators feel when they encounter us, whether we are awake or asleep, is the result of an evolutionary arms race that we have won decisively. The animals have learned to stay away, and the ones that did not are no longer here to tell the story. When you fall asleep in the wilderness tonight, remember that the silence around you is not emptiness. It is the sound of every predator that has learned to fear the most dangerous animal on Earth.